Good day, engineers. So, nandito tayo ngayon dun sa last part or for our last part ng ating video regarding the lateral earth pressure concept for uh, passive and the active condition. So, nandun tayo sa part ng pagdetermine ng diagrams for our lateral earth pressures. So, nandito tayo ngayon sa concept na for the cohesive soil under the passive condition. So, syempre, same from the previous one, coming from the active condition. So, syempre, given pa rin tayo ng gamma, phi, at cohesion ng ating soil. Ngayon, kukunin natin yung diagrams na pwede nating makreate sa kanya para makuha yung lateral earth force under the passive condition. So, yung unang diagram doon, syempre, yun pa rin yung lateral earth force or lateral earth pressure ng ating soil for the passive condition. So, we take it as diagram 1. So, for our diagram 1, that will be also pressure number 1. So, syempre, since that is for our lateral earth pressure ng soil, so that is sigma prime vertical times Kp or the passive earth coefficient. So, since wala naman tayong involved na water, so we take gamma dun sa ating soil, then times H para makuha yung vertical stress natin. So, that will be gamma times our H times Kp. So, yan ngayon yung pressure number 1. And for our pressure number 2, this is the effect of cohesion for our passive condition. So, positive siya. So, wala tayong negative value. So, we could have, so for diagram number 2, we just have P sub 2 is equal to 2C square root of K sub B. So, yan ngayon yung ating pressure number 2. So, to determine our passive earth force, so, syempre, kunin natin yung individual pressures ng ating or yung individual force ng ating mga diagrams. So, this is done by getting the area of each diagram. So, syempre, punta tayo ng diagram 1. So, for our force number 1, we will just have the value of P sub 1 or 1 half times the value of P sub 1 times the height H. So, that is equal to 1 half gamma H Kp times the value H. So, that will be 1 half gamma H squared K sub P. So, yan ngayon yung force number 1 natin. Our force number 2 will just be equivalent to, so since that is a rectangle, so that will just be P sub 2 times the height H. So, that will just be 2C square root ng Kp times the value H. So, yan na ngayon yung force number 2 natin. So, makukuha natin yung ating resulting diagram by or yung resulting force by just adding force 1 and force number 2. So, as you can see dito sa diagram na to, so, pare silang papunta to the left. So, i-add lang natin silang dalawa to get the actual force. So, that is force 1 or the passive force will just be equivalent to force 1 plus force number 2, or simply that is 1 half gamma H squared Kp plus 2C square root of Kp times H. So, yun ngayon yung ating passive earth force. So, syempre, alternatively, pwede rin natin kunin yung passive earth force na yon by simply having our resulting diagrams. So, for our resulting diagram, ito siya. So, as you can see, trapezoid siya. So, same rule para makuha natin yung values dun sa resulting diagram natin. So, pagtatapat-tapatin lang natin yung magkaka-level na force. So, eto magka-level. So, 0 to. 0 tong part na to plus 2c square root ng Kp. So, the resulting value will be 2c square root of Kp. Then, yung nasa baba magka-level. So, that is gamma h Kp plus 2c square root of Kp. So, that will be a resulting value of gamma h Kp plus 2c square root of Kp. Now, we can have our passive earth force coming from this resulting diagram, which will be F sub P, that is equal to, so yung nasa taas, 2C square root of Kp plus gamma H Kp plus 2C square root of Kp divided by 2 times the height H. So, I'll also assure you that this passive earth force from the resulting diagram will yield the same value as the passive earth force coming from this equation. So, I think magiging parehas lang sila ng values na ilalabas sa inyo for this condition. So, that will be all for our passive earth force for the cohesive soils. So, yun lang yung mga diagrams na kailangan nyong tandaan to solve for the active and the passive condition for the lateral earth pressure ng ating soil. So again, this is Engineer Rodolfo. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to Butch TV.